gate, and mud on every log. But Hetty at the porch rail, with a broom and iron pan, said, if you want my yard, boys, come take it if you can. Her son had a splitting maul, her daughter had a pole. The goblins came in snarling for the hens and beetroot row. They leapt up through the nettles, they clambered at the stairs. But Hetty raised a lantern and laughed right in their ears. Then the young girls in the house started singing clear and high, through the shuttered window panes like sparks against the sky. Hold fast, the whole old beams replied, and every goblin footstep lost its nerve outside. For the mark, drive them from the yard. For the mark, strike them hard, strike hard. Hetty on the porch and the children at her side. For the mark, let the cowards run and hide. The first one slipped on turnip peel, the second caught the rake, the third met son and daughter and learned what iron makes. They tumbled through the mud bank like sacks in a threshing round, and the girls inside kept singing till even the rafters rang out proud. Then the young girls in the house started singing clear and high, through the shuttered window panes like sparks against the sky. Hold fast, the whole old beams replied, and every goblin footstep lost its nerve outside. For the mark, drive them from the yard. For the mark, strike them hard, strike hard. Hetty on the porch and the children at her side. For the mark, let the cowards run and hide. By dawn the lane was empty, the crows went back to sleep, the broken pots lay shining where the goblin boots did creep. Then the teenage girl took saddle, with her hair still pinned in braids, and rode hard to the village green, through morning's cold gray haze. To arms, for the mark, to arms, strike them hard, Hetty on the porch and the children at her side. To arms, for the mark shouted wide. Cock-a-doodle, hold the gate! Steel boots on the straw tonight! Hey! He woke at dawn in feathers and pride, tiny helmet, a comb so wide, he sharpened a beak on a butter knife, swore by the gray he got his life. And looked up and rolled her eyes, said, show him, sir, and make him wise. He dug one claw in the coop yard dirt and fled Hear that clatter at the fence. Hooves and hooves and bad intent. He puffed up tall, chest and fire the scream. Nobody steals from my empire. Keep out the coop. Keep out the coop. Clock, clock, boom. Keep out the coop. Keep out the coop or face my boot. Fled. One lost a shoe, one lost his head. The hens all bow to the feathered lord. He drank one corn like a king at war. Then one small peck and one last glare. He said, try again if you dare. Hey, hey. Ah! Keep out the coop. Keep out the coop. Clock, clock, boom! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop! Our night broke through! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop! Crow loud! Break loose! Hey, hey!
When June unfastens the three-hill gate, we run to the bramble and laugh too late. Blue hands stained by the sweetest stain, bare feet dashing through rain. We fill our pails by the hedgerow sea, red beets shining like a harvest stream. Mother calls from the linen line, come home before dusk time. But the creek says wait, and the reeds lean near. Every small brown face turns bright with cheer. Summer, summer, berry bowl. Summer, summer, take us home. Berries on our fingertips. Berry bowl, joy with every sugar kiss. Down by the water, linen no splash.
The other day, I made a video about the impact meta video game drama and covered some insane opinions people were having about it. How the game
Waiting by the mossy pool, my brother cast from the older roost. Then lines singing for shy shoot, and then we hide where the willow beds count to 10 and be found again. The creek runs clear and the sun runs long. Even little hearts can grow so strong. Summer, summer, berry bowl. Summer, summer, take us home. Berries on our fingertips. Berry bowl, joy with every sugar kiss. Summer, summer. The lamps are set in the common room, and the
So I've been talking to you and you can't hear me, of course, because that's the way it works. Anyway, welcome back. Today we're going to hopefully work on the pantheons, the gods and the races. But sorry, I had a lot of medical stuff today. Yeah, I ended up throwing up foam next to the highway yesterday because something made me sick. It's It's great. I can't recommend it. I can't recommend it enough. Because, it's fucking great. Anyway, so. I know. Stop your bitching. If you didn't complain so much, sir. But, so, last time we were on, we were talking about such things as how we can put our Glory of Rome campaign over here and our Not Vikings over here. You have this big channel, so they have to sail across. Okay, to catch those of you up who weren't here, we decided what we have is a channel, natural channel straight, 100 to 300 miles wide. It goes from the northern seas to the inland sea, and then from the inland sea to the main sea in an even bigger channel. But and we're replacing desert and the like around it because that is what's going to be around such a thing. I mean, you'll have the various cities and stuff that manage to put up a functioning attempt at desert dwelling with desalinization and the like. Magic is going to be a big thing. Create water will probably be a huge deal, but we will get to that when we get down to societies. Right now, we're back on Pantheon creation. Now, let's do the mythic history. Oh, jeez. That's right. Well, at least we have this, Alright. Well, you know what? Why don't we answer the questions? Since that's the kind of stuff we're doing. So, we will do mythic history. And I'll throw a nice picture in here. And how was the universe created? Well, there's a lot of different ways to do it. There, of course, is the God's will that into existence is always a good one. For the primary universe, let's go with the God's will that into existence. God's willed it into existence for unknown reasons. How was the universe created? I'll answer each of these as we go through. What is the shape of the world, universe? What are the water? What are the suns, moons, planets, and stars? Okay, shape of the world and the universe. Now you could go with the old Spelljammer crystal spheres, which was kind of cool. Crystal spheres bobbing about in an ocean of mist. Or you can go with a standard one world among any. This one just happens to have magic. Earth is out there somewhere. In one of my campaigns that ran for like 10 years, they knew Earth was out there, but Earth scared the fuck out of everybody. Because, yes, they knew about 1940s, 1950s technology. And we did it without magic. It scared the living shit out of everybody else. Because if we did that without magic, what would we have done with magic? The thing is, what a lot of people overlook is magic actually slows your technological progression. Hugely. That's one of the reasons why Gygax had magic be unreliable. Magic's an iffy thing. The old book series, Master of Seven Magics, I think was the name of it. But at one point they showed what you had to go through to create a potion. And they gathered all the materials, and they did 100 bottles. And they had to do 8 steps. And each step they lost, like half. And in the end, they had maybe a half dozen. Maybe a half dozen of they have maybe a half dozen of the magic potions left, and they considered it a good good one, showing that magic was just inherently unstable. Now, if magic is not unstable, which is the concept of 3E and beyond was magic was not unstable. You rarely saw cursed items, and magic never failed. Magic items never had a chance to fail. Player characters creating magic items, would like pour a bunch of stuff in one bottle and shake it up, and boom, instant potion. Very little chance for failure once you made the skill roll. You didn't have to gather, the potion requires 5 frog's eyes. It doesn't require you harvesting 500 frog eyes. After the first night, it all sits out under the full moon. Half of them turn purple. The other half just sit there looking stupid, so you only have half. They don't do that. So one of the things you have to decide early on is your magic. 3E and beyond, where it is stable, replicatable, and it is basically a science with an alternate form of energy that breaks physics and basic laws, or is it unstable and breaks physics? You have to decide, because you can have both, but then it starts getting really twitchy. You have to decide, because if it is standard, you can magic the box you can create a magic box to keep food cold. I had a player do that. They created magic boxes that kept food cold, and according to the rules, it was only about 2,000 gold, but it was the size of a walk-in freezer, and he was selling it to caravans and restaurants and meat sellers who immediately saw the benefits. One fucking smell made it so that he invented, mobile refrigeration. Why would technology have to progress to the point where we have advanced copper smithing, copper tubing, the technology to make a compressor, and then the ability to capture freon to pump in there, to use the compressor to compress it and make it cold, and then run it through a radiator? Why would they need to develop all the science for that? Magic stunts technological growth. Nobody's going to invent a fucking firearm when a wand of magic missiles is right there. And plus, the firearms are not. In 3E, firearms are less reliable than a wand of magic missiles. I love this. I'm almost out. Doctor asked me how often I use my inhaler. I'm like, 8 to 12 times a day. I use it before I take a shower so I can breathe in the shower. I use it like 5 minutes after the shower so that I can, breathe again. I use it when I first get up. Once in a while I use it because my chest will start to seize up. He's like, okay, that's fine. He's like, how do you have left? I'm like, none. One is below 30. He's like, why don't you order more? I was like, I did. But the lady that runs the pharmacy at the VA said I didn't need them that much. I don't need to use them that much. I'm using it too much. See, they're treating it like I have just COPD. Not, hello, my lung collapsed and I have 24% lung volume. Anyway, sorry, let's go back to this. What is the shape of the world and universe? We're going to go with standard. Okay. Other characteristics of the god are they immortal, indestructible. Okay, we're gonna go with they are immortal, unchanging, without nearly cataclysmic events. The immortal, unchanging, and can only be killed by those in possession. Something going on. I have to re-download Malwarebytes and run it again. How much direct influence do they have? Only in areas where they have a good number of worshippers. We're with 10% of the population or more. And for holy sites and churches. How much interest do they have in the world? Secondary. They are more interested in their own politics and power games. The mortal world is just one more area of power. What are their intentions toward the world? Eventually, for their worshippers to be dominant. Now, if you haven't read The Elenium by David Eddings featuring Sparhawk, I highly recommend it, especially if you want to do martial orders, because martial orders like the Templars are going to be a thing. When you have a god that actually delivers out miracles and will enable paladins, even if they won't enable paladins, just fighters, Knight Templar orders are going to pop up. So you need to have those. Which means, because you only see the black gods with armies nowadays, and they always ignore the Templars. They always ignore the good holy orders. Because, it's that old joke. Yeah, it's just one of those things. But their intentions toward the worshippers to be dominant. So David Eddings wrote the Elenium, and it has knightly orders, several of them. If you read the sequel, you get introduced to even more. But there's basically 4 of them. And there's different gods in there, and I highly recommend it. It's 6 books total. It's late David Eddings, so there's a lot of girl power in it, but at least it's tolerable. It's not as bad as Palgera the Sorceress, which, God, that book was tedious. Yeah, they might as well have fucking entitled it Palgera is Always Right, because you can tell that his wife was really, really in there. It's, of course, I know we're not supposed to mention David Eddings because, in the 1970s they had some teenage girl sex slave or some shit, I don't know. It's, once again, you can't keep your favorite artist because they did something bad 60 years ago and they're dead. But I can keep mine even though, blah, blah, blah. I'm not worried. But, you have to decide what they're going to do, What are your gods going to do? How are they going to do it? What are their intentions toward the world is a big deal, and it's a good one to have. Pollyanna, the priestess of peace, wants to help those in need and make the world a better place. It's classical fantasy. Modern fantasy is joking. Like every member of any organized fictional religion, she is literally fantasy Hitler. Reserve fantasy Hitler for your evil gods. That'll get your fantasy Hitler on. Don't do the demons are misunderstood race victim of prejudice campaigns due to their looks. Most modern millennial writers think they invented that shit. No, you didn't. Let's see. You had way back when you had a series of books where one of the characters looked like Satan. And he's like, no, one of my people crash landed on their planet a long time ago, and that's where this came from, because he was a criminal running from justice, and they took his high tech as magic, but he totally does fit the definition of evil. But no, we're not really like that, and I think it was David Eddings again with the where the demons were stuck in hell because God was too busy contemplating his own perfect reflection. That's when they elected a new female god. Well, I cannot remember the name of it. It starts out with On a Pale Horse, where Death shows up to collect some dude that was going to commit suicide. The guy panics and shoots Death, so he becomes Death. The devil and God stuff started. Once in a while, Eddings would get really out there in the weeds of really into perversion. Anyway, so everyone wants their own worshippers to be dominant. Does anything inhibit them? Each other. Inhibit them. Each other. Cosmic laws. Forces of the abyss and hell. Okay. Humans, humanoids, plants. How were they all created? Okay. A lot of different choices here. The gods created them. Pathfinder has what they call the first world, and that's where the gods were basically playtesting all the plants and animals. That's where gnomes were from. That's where the Fae are from. Is the first world. Forgotten Realms, I think everything was just plunked down. Greyhawk, the gods took turns, if I'm right. And here, they were just all made day by day. Plants and animals were laid down via agreements. Each original god got to put... No. I laid down. Really unknown. Which means let's go back. Beings before the current gods, or it just the existence. Many gods claim to have created it. They died by unknown forces. Gods rose up or immigrated and created their own races to worship them. I don't know if this is yours that your sister grabbed for me out of the fridge. She might have grabbed yours. Just give me a regular one. We'll start getting me regular ones. I was just wanting to go to the store to replace this and grab me a drink. I think my card's in there. This thing was the reptilian races. Huh?
Classic fantasy versus modern fantasy?
Yeah, we didn't read it. Okay. All from grace. Did sentient races fall from grace? No. Mouse. Girls claim have been servants. None died. What is the afterlife? UTV like different for each pantheon. The future.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
actually annoyingly true.
Yes, it's badly true too. No. Let's see, pantheons. What are the main legends known on the player characters? Well, we'll cover that when we do that. So we got the mythic history. Boom. Okay, thank you. Love you too. Fuck, my chest hurts today. But yeah, for those of you that want to read this, I don't need their watermark on there because. But yeah. That's pretty much where it is, and a lot of people are starting to hate it. Nobody likes Faith the Succubus because she's boring. Faith the Succubus in modern writings is what if me but sexy. Oh man, I'm not doing good today. Let's see if we can get there it is. Alright, let's see if we can find where we were. We were down a ways, past the maps. Alright. You know, we forgot to look at this. Meteoric impacts. Yeah. Most campaign settings seem to be really in love with these. Like I said, we're going to do something different. And if we do a meteoritic impact, that's where this lake comes from. Actually, we can do that. It still, it still steams because you've got broken open magma down there. But the climatology, section, I cannot recommend this enough. It is cheap. It's on Drive-Thru RPG for a couple bucks. And if you're going to be making your own setting, this is the book, one of the books you want. It even mentions in here that if your world faces the sun on one side and it never rotates, you end up where humanity and the demi-humans live in a band in the middle, around the Terminator line, where it's gray, because the dark side is going to be nothing but cold-based monsters and undead. And it wouldn't even snow further in. You would have the huge glacier mountains, and then on the other side you'd have barren tundra. No trees or anything, so unless you wanted to, say, oh, the world stopped rotating, which would make for an excellent campaign. I mean, the seas would be mostly gone in the middle, facing the sun, and they would have formed the great glacier mountains. And who knows what's out there in the deserts as you approach the dried up seas. I mean, and think about it. If you played the Mad Max video game and you've rolled up on the continental shelf and there's those huge cliffs, those would be out there. You'd have dwarves and other creatures that had burrowed into them. I mean, it would be really, 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 really... Are you over there farting? I think my dog has gas. But, probably because I dropped a Whopper and she ate it. But, it would just be, holy shit. Now see, naturally, a fantastic world does not have to rely on scientific explanation for bitterly cold winters or scorching droughts. In Greek mythology, winter was the time when the goddess Demeter mourned her separation from her daughter Persephone, who remained in Hades for a part each year. See, you can explain, you should use the pantheon to explain the seasons. Ancient people weren't stupid, they just lacked a foundational scientific. It took a long time for science to be developed. Writing was a big one. Actually having wealthy people to be able to sit there and experiment. Actually going from subsistence farming where you barely survive to, it's the reason why it came in fits and starts, because it was craftsmen. Craftsmen were fairly wealthy at the time, and it just slowly moved up. But anyway, they used religion to explain the world around them, and then, like most people, once you heard the reason, it sounds legit, so you never question it. Trickster gods, people would see, ancient peoples would see a fossil of a fish embedded in the rock and be like, oh, fish don't swim through rocks, lol, isn't the trickster god funny? And wouldn't ask questions. It wasn't until later. Wow, am I suddenly tired. But, none of the world has no seasons. There's no axios tilt. Days are 12 hours long in any latitude throughout the entire year. The weather is stuck at the approximate time of the spring equinox. Mild, slight tick. But, yeah. So, moderate seasons, basic temperature and axial tilt. Mountains are home of gods and goddesses. If you want to do something really interesting, make it so that the gods have homes in the mortal realm. Man, I feel like crap today. See, she's doing talking. Boom, she's got a 1 hex equals 50 miles. We actually played this setting for a couple months, and it was Then you got your climate, your wind direction, terrain types. Yeah, we skipped a lot of this to jump to wow, we did see. I mean, look at how far it's taken. I mean, I can sit down and this is not the same. No, it is. It's just I'm looking at a different part. How do the races get along? Keep doing the sociology. I think we skipped a lot of this. I think we need to go back. Where were we? I think we were up a little further. Because, yeah, this isn't... Yeah, we were way back here. Okay, world hooks. Okay, we did our world hooks. Now we're going to go all the way to table of contents. Yeah, we jumped all the way to chapter 6, so we skipped a lot. We're going to go back to it, 84. We'll go back to it. Because why not? If we can find one. See, it's all the way down to where she's building, you know. This person is building with just die rolls and a few works. Building, you know, boom. I mean, like I said, it's a really good piece of work. Here's where we were. Yeah. Luckily I have coffee. I should get a monster. Each deity represents one race or culture. The highest virtues of that race are embodied by the power, so God of warlike people will be the warrior, the God of spells will be graceful, enchantress, and archer. You know, we could always do it where now we had our continent, we had our divine rolls earlier, but we can make it so that presto changeo, you know, we can go back and change shit if we want. So we can go back and change stuff if we want, which would be kind of funny. Hang on just a second. Somebody's talking to me in chat and I missed it. I apologize for that. I was looking at some basic stuff. I think you're on YouTube. I think I have a right to complain. Yeah. Hey, Fiona. Nice to see you, Fiona. Anyway, so back to the Ironmark. We're going to, if you can make it so that, you know, we could change it so that there is why don't we change it so that these are the later gods that came after the divine cataclysm? There is the new gods, new, modern gods. Showed up after the divine cataclysm. Cataclysm. One god for each race. One god for each element. One god for each weather. Etc. It says celestial dragons. Use a celestial. Hey, can I have a monster?
What?
Can I have a monster?
Yeah, I actually got you one.
Excellent.
Here, hold on.
Oh, put that in the fridge, please. Thank you. Got a no caffeine headache. And we can do it where they're the hero. Oh no, heroes. Portfolios found in this type of plants include animals, plants, mountain seasons, weather, seas, dawn, sunset, wind, even particular species, bear god, wolf god. Anyway. Bureaucracy. So we had gone through this, and we're into history. Well, deity portfolios. Use this. Anyway, how your cosmology looks, but we were all the way down in history. So. That's mythic history. This is regular history. Okay. So, the 7 ages. 7 ancient ages. History is pretty recent for this. Well, not really. 800, 1800, 1600, 500, 2100, 500, 2600. 700 is 3300. 500 is 3800. 4,500 years of the ancient age. So, 4,800 years of ancient age. Each one's separate. Let's see. Downfall of the serpent, of the reptile lords, dragons, yawn. T, serpent folk, lizard men. Again, I think that's the correct one for lizard folk from the ancient age. Okay, we have 7 periods. Oh, fuck. Our first one is a die 12. So I can see it. No, nope, not gonna happen. So. Nine. Our first fun thing is migrations. Hey. Oh, let's see, mother, daughter, hang tight.
A storm came off the bog. Green teeth at the gate and mud on every log. But Hetty at the porch rail with a broom and iron pan said, if you want my yard, boys, come take it if you can. Her son had a splitting maul, her daughter had a pole.
run to the bramble and laugh too late. Blue hand stained by the sweetest stain, bare feet dashing through rain. We fill our pails by the hedgerow seam, red feet shining like a harvest tree. Mother calls from the linen line, come home before dusk time. But the creek says wait, and then we leave. Every small brown face turns bright with cheer. Summer, summer, marigold. Summer, take us home. Berries on our fingertips. Berry bowl, joy with every sugar kiss. Summer, summer. Down by the water, the minnows flash. We plunge our heels and we make a splash. Little ones chase the silver pool, and that's waiting by the mossy pool. My mother the cat from the alder, thin line singing for shy to shoot. Then we hide where the willow bends, count to 10 and be found again. The creek runs clear, and the sun runs long. Even little hearts can grow so strong. Summer, summer, marigold. Summer, 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 take us home. Take us home. Berries on our fingertips. Berry bowl, joy with every sugar kiss. Summer, summer. When the lamps are set in the common room, and the night leans in with a honey bloom. Two old cups and a shared small smile can turn one glance into a while. By the firefly path, hand in hand, the baker's daughter and the fisher's man. They speak so soft, they speak so near, like the dark itself might bend to hear. Hush now, listen close to the nightly song. Even grown hearts wonder where the bright days belong. A thumb brushes a lace, a sleeve finds a sleeve, and the whole room knows what the warm dusk leaves. Summer, summer, marigold. Summer, 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 take us home. Take us home. Berries on our fingertips. Berry bowl, joy with every sugar kiss. Summer, 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 creeks on bloom. Summer, summer, me and you. Hide and seek till stars appear. Hide and seek. Then love walks home through firefly tears. Summer, summer.
A storm came off the bog, green teeth at the gate and mud on every log. But Hetty at the porch rail with a broom and iron pan said, if you want my yard, boys, come take it if you can. Her son had a splitting maul, her daughter had a pole. The goblins came in snarling for the hens and beetroot row. They leapt up through the nettles, they clambered at the stairs. But Hetty raised a lantern and laughed right in their ears. Then the young girls in the house started singing clear and high, through the shuttered window panes like sparks against the sky. Hold fast, the whole old beams replied, and every gobbling footstep lost its nerve outside. For the mark, drive them from the yard. For the mark, strike them hard, strike hard. Hetty on the porch and the children at her side. For the mark, let the cowards run and hide. The first one slipped on turnip peel, the second caught the rake, the third met son and daughter and learned what iron makes. They tumbled through the mud bank like sacks in a threshing round, and the girls inside kept singing till even the rafters rang out proud. Then the young girls in the house started singing clear and high, through the shuttered window panes like sparks against the sky. Hold fast, the whole old beams replied, and every goblin footstep lost its nerve outside. For the mark, drive
Oh wow, I have been talking to you guys. Anyway, let's get back to it. My bad. I'm sorry about that. It's the problem with the VA here is there's one. I've talked to other people, and it's one pharmacist who is convinced that she knows better than the doctors. So, she's terrible. And the patient advocate spends more time kissing her ass than anything else. Alright, so let's see. 4-4, middle periods of 5 to 100 years. And our 4-4 got us what? That can't be right. We'll do 4-4 again. Okay, so we got 9 middle period. Well then, let's start rolling, baby. Now the first two are a 2 and a 10. 2 and a 10, natural disaster. And a legendary character. Now, the ancient times, there's still elves who are going to be around. Maybe. Depends on what we decide for our elves. Now what we do is we make these 1 die 6 years apart. 5 and 3, so that's 180. Hey, that's all right. 5 plus 4 is 9. 90 and 80. No, 90 and 60. Okay. 2 more. 2 more die 20. 8 and 8. Kingdom growth and expansion. Now, see, what I like about this is it doesn't tell you 50 and 50 and 100. Yes, sweetie.
Your dog may be nasty.
Why?
She was trying to make friends with the city guy, and
You buzzed her?
yeah,
Okay.
she was good. She wasn't, it just.
Well, she needs to leave the city guy alone.
Yes, exactly.
That
She
should
got to the
probably-
border as far as she got. So
Okay.
she was good.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too. She's a good puppy. We just buzz her. We don't have the electrical shock enabled. We just buzz. You just buzz, huh? You hear the buzz and you run back. She's got a lot of space to run, which means we have to have a little buzz. We either chirp her or we give her a little vibrating buzz. She's really excited. And no, we don't have the prongs. We just got the buzzer because she's a good dog. Yes, she is. And when we got her, she was malnourished. She was a rescue. She was malnourished and she was afraid. And now she's got coating over her ribs, and she chases the foxes. Let's fuck those foxes. Religion, cult activity. Danger, danger, religion, cult activity. And a plague. Ooh. Cults can be fun. Followed by a plague. When you make a plague, you need to make it absolutely devastating like the Black Death. We'll do all 3. 4, 9, 20. 429. 4. Tech discovery. Secession War. Those are always good. And 9. Kingdom Decline and Fall. Ooh, nice. Now, we also have... So see, we can fill this in. And you end up with some nice stuff. I mean, we got a natural disaster. A volcano eruption. Legendary character. Who knows? Kingdom growth and expansion. Kingdom growth and expansion. Religion cult activity. Cult of the reptile god. Just for fun. Plague. Why remake the wheel? The Black Death. Tech discovery. Needs to be something fairly advanced. Gearmancy. Secession War. 1 die 4 plus 2. 5. Fall of the Empire. Weed that. Fall of the Great Kingdom. Alright. Empire of the Sun. Great Kingdom of Ironmark. There we go. Summer. So you do this. War. Church. Crusade. Now, because war, that clockwork war, because Pathfinder contains clockworks of all kinds, including clockwork dragons and clockwork mages. You got the clockwork war. Hero who freed the beast folk. Ta-da. Wow, look at that. Boom. Look at that. Quick and easy middle period. A lot of people think you've got to go way back. No, you don't. Then you gotta go way, way back to where there was. You go too far back and nobody gives a shit, Squidward. You go back for math, for, important happenings. You don't have to go too far back. Because unless your players are going to care about it, where is it? Anyway. Oh, sorry, my face hurts. Because it's killing you. Does your face hurt? No, why? Because it's killing me. Hardy har har. 7 recent events of note. Now these, like it says right here, about 6 years apart. Well, let's find out what happened. Alrighty then. Die 10. Let's do 2 die 10. 3 die 10. 1, 2, 3. 3, 5, and 4. Invasion, natural disaster, and monster incursion. Natural disaster, monster incursion. Wow. We'll do 2. Let's see, 2 and 6. Intrigue and scandal and raids. Scandal, raids, brigands. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 more. 2 and 10. Now we roll the 2 again. Let's go with rebellion and internal war. Alright. Die 6 years apart. 2. This has been exciting recently. 2. 1. Yo, you see why shit's falling apart. 1. 6. 4. And 5. Wow. So some shit has gone down. Actually, let's roll 1 more die 6. See if we can get something. Die 10. See if we can get something better than that. 5. National disaster plague. Let's go with a weak ruler instead of weak ruler. Okay. Wow, check us out. With a timeline and shit. I mean, but Moss, he said Wicker. Alright, it's an old joke. It's an old stupid joke. Yeah, but boss, you said Wicker. No, I didn't. There's a really old movie which is stupid, so everything's stupid. We'll use this one. This is kind of cool. Da, 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 da. Wish I wasn't so Borg. It's not so Borg, guys. It's just been a little difficult recently. Like I said, went to an appointment, had to stop by the side of the road and vomit because, that's how we roll. Because that's how everybody loves it. No, actually, that lizard one would have been the one I want. But, anyway. There you got the hero that, liberated the beast folk not too long ago. Alright. Where do we want to put the tile and break? I mean, if we put it, let's see, 130, 170, 250, 260, sorry, 260, 290, 340, 430, 530, 580, 610, 647. Okay, so that's not really that long. And there's the problem, is this kind of tightens stuff up a little too far. It tightens stuff up a little bit too far. I mean, I suppose we could throw a few intervening years. But I wanted something a little more. Alright. It's 90, 120, 150, 200, 300, 390, 440, 470, 560, 600, 640, 730. We need more than that. Actually, we really don't. Add 30 there. And 60. Add 80. All right, so we need another roll. 17. Trade and prosperity. No, I'll have to reroll again. 16. Strong ruler. Strong ruler rose up out of the plague years. Okay. We'll do a period in between those two. The Secession War and the Fall of the Empire. A legendary character. Let's go discover. No. Revolution. Let me put a revolution right here. Okay, 90, 120, 180, 230, 270, 370, 460, 510, 520, 540, 620, 710, 790, 840, 930. $15 and $12, Revolution and Rebellion. Revolution. And actually, why don't we switch that? And turn that into Kingdom Decline and Fall. Alright. 90, 120, 140, 150, 210, 240, 290, 330, 430, 520, 570, 580, 600, 680, 760, 760, 850, 890, 890, 930, 980, 980, 1020. There we go. Not this much would be remembered. Migrations. Humanoids and humans. Deadly humans encounter one another. Invention of the outrigger slash Karak slash try legendary character. Oh my gods. Oh my god, no. Racial war. Orcs become dominant over humanoids. Cataclysm natural. Ecological collapse. Bronze Age collapse. The old empire's fall. Let's see. Zero of the divine age. As you can see, this just rapidly fills in. Make changes. There are dawning of the age of magic. 90 or 20, 40, 50. Yeah. 40, 50, 210, 240. $580. Math. Nobody said there'd be math. Okay, now we have a little bit of fun. Right? So this we know as the recent period. Age of expansion. So we're going to add 2 events and separate them by 1 die 4 times 100 plus 4 times 100. 1 die, so 2 die 12. Our 2 die 12 gives us 5 and 4. No. Come on. Okay, 7 and 4. Discovery Tech. Expansion Exploration. Okay, and then 2 die 20. 19 and 11. A Crusade. All right. Zero. 6. 15. 17. 20, 25, 26, 32, 36, 41. Okay. That's about right. The last 40 years. Now, here's the thing. For the year 41 doesn't work, so what we need to do is we keep tabbing on. So, 1, we do this. And it's like, no, I think we need like 300 more years in there. So we come up with late period. We'll work on that later. Description and notes. Late period. Basically from 1070. 70. So let's go to about 1600. Let's go to about 1600. Making this 1609. Okay. Okay. So I screwed up a little bit on the dates. All right. $16.28. I know this is the boring part, but we got to get this right. 1629, because this is within the character's living memory. 1634, because every character here will have remembered this. 5, 1641, 1645, 1650. Oh wow, that came out nice. Actually, this. Campaign start spring 1650. There we go. So that would leave us with that now. We're going to take another quick break and then we'll be back to it.
Down at Ironmark Farm, a storm came off the bog. Green teeth at the gate and mud on every log. But Hetty at the porch rail with a broom and iron pan said, if you want my yard, boys, come take it if you can. Her son had a splitting maul, her daughter had a pole. The goblins came in snarling for the hens and beetroot row. They leapt up through the nettles, they clambered at the stairs. But Hetty raised a lantern and laughed right in their ears. Then the young girls in the house started singing clear and high through the shuttered window panes like sparks against the sky. Hold fast, the whole old beams replied, and every goblin footstep lost its nerve outside. For the mark, drive them from the yard. For the mark, strike them hard, strike hard. Hetty on the porch and the children out of sight. For the mark, let the cowards run and hide. The first one slipped on turnip peel, the second caught the rake. The third met son and daughter and learned what iron makes. They tumbled through the mud bank like sacks in a threshing round, and the girls inside kept singing till even the rafters rang out proud. Then the young girls in the house started singing clear and high through the shuttered window panes like sparks against the sky. Hold fast, the whole old beams replied, and every goblin footstep lost its nerve outside. For the mark, drive them from the yard. For the mark, strike them hard, strike hard. Hetty on the porch and the children out of sight. For the mark, let the cowards run and hide. By dawn the lane was empty, the crows went back to sleep. The broken pots lay shining where the goblin boots did creep. Then the teenage girl took saddle with her hair still pinned in braids and rode hard to the village green through morning's cold gray haze. To arms, for the mark, to arms, strike them hard, Hetty on the porch and the children at her side. To arms, for the mark shouted wide. Cadoodle, hold the gate! Steel boots on the straw tonight! Hey, hey! He woke at dawn in feathers and pride. Tiny helm on a comb so wide. He sharpened the beak on a butter knife. Swore by the grain he'd got this life. A hen looked up and rolled her eyes. Said, show him, sir, and make him wise. He dug one claw in the coop yard dirt. Then flared his wings like a battle shirt. Hear the clatter at the fence. Boots and hooves and bad intent. He puffed up tall, all chest and fire. Then screamed, nobody steals from my empire! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop! Cluck! Cluck, boom! Hey, hey! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop or face my boot! Hey, hey! 3 fox lads came with quins to sly. One had a spoon and one had pie. The rooster knight spun his little lance, caught one jaw in a chicken dance. Shield went bang on a wooden pail. He slipped in mud, but he never failed. One fox lunged, got a face full of straw. He crowed so hard the whole yard shook raw. Hear that clatter at the fence. Boots and hooves and bad intent. He puffed up tall, all chest and fire. Then screamed, nobody steals from my empire! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop! Cluck! Cluck! Boom! Hey, hey! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop or face my boots! Late by the moon, the foxes fled. One lost a shoe, one lost his head. The hens all bowed to the feathered lord. He drank warm corn like a king at war. Then one small peck and one last glare. He said, try again if you dare. Hey, hey! Ah! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop! Cluck! Cluck! Boom! Hey, hey! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop! Our night broke through! Keep out the coop! Keep out the coop! Crow loud! Break loose! Hey, hey!
Oh, welcome back. That's a thing, ain't it? Okay. And we're going to go all the way back in the World Builder's Guidebook. We're going back a long ways. If you remember, and we looked at world hooks. We rolled those. See if I can find them and bring them up. But, so we've got our middle period, ancient age. We'll do the more modern period in a little bit. Let's see, what's this? Okay, we can actually get rid of this soon. Yeah, we have 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll get rid of that. Races, got that. Creation sheet, mythic history, we got that. Pantheons, we got that. Limitations, got that. Kobold 1E, 80 AD, yippee dog like dipshit. Kobold 2E, lizard like dipshit. Pathfinder, complete 4 feet of bastard. Orcs, Dark Shadow of Rome. Hobgoblins, Dark Shadow of Persia. Goblins, Khanate. Since we've got that, we got Not Rome over here. This would be more tundra, so we could put Orcish, not Rome. We'll change the size. Put it right here. Because why not? I mean, anyway. Let's see. Background limitations. We can delete this person. Progenitor races. Elves. Deep pureblood cosmology. We had three disasters. So we really need to sit down and go through and put these together. All right. I thought we had one. Let's try all the way down here. Elves, giants, the extinct races. See, having 3 extinct races is kind of cool because then they can find ruins that are of extinct races. There it is. Okay. Balkanization. We got that. We got that in our history, in recent events. No, not recent events. It's middle period. We'll have it with, secession wars. See, weather is, in this region, you get everything from snow to scorching hot summers. Forest, it's mostly what it is. Dungeons, fortresses, wilderness, feudal, mercantile. That was situations, I do believe. Historical situations, culture, feudal, and mercantile. Feudal and mercantile cultures. Ironmark. Okay. So, feudal culture, mercantile culture. Let's see, balkanization, great empires falling apart, inland sea, present, weather, from hard winters to hot summers. Okay, hard winters, Europeans. Us white people have a fixation with time because of Europe. Europe, in the old days, it was not uncommon for 12 feet of snow to be there in Paris. One time, a pack of giant wolves owned the streets of Paris every winter for like 10 fucking years. I mean, they broke into houses and ate the families. They attacked and killed guard patrols. They humiliated the French army. But you gotta remember, these wolves were like up to your shoulder. And they ran in packs of like 150. And it's because the French depleted all of the livestock in the countryside. So these things came in and ate people in Paris because they would just, knock down the door and eat the family. And they ran around Paris and they basically owned it. And they would run off to the forest that surrounds Paris. So, yeah. So, there's a little bit of trivia for you. Just so you can catch that right in the face. Virgin woodland is predominant. Okay, so we'll just cut and paste this because sylvan creatures, that means fae. That means fae, for those of you wondering. Okay, so we've got an unusual weather condition or hazard governs the development of society. An example of this would be Threadfall from Anne McCaffrey's Pern series, A Wood Shrouded by Fog. Yeah, that's tough. Okay, we're not really going to go for this, but hey. Or this. But they're out there. We will design them. We're going to design them in there. Because... And everything locks up, because why not? Everything likes locking up. Oh, wilderness. Okay. Wilderness. Exploring vast reaches of pristine universe. Wilderness. Wilderness is the focus of the campaign. Alright. Cultures. Remember, we had to adjust our cultures because the first thing I rolled was Africa, and we all know that that's not flying. I rolled African and tribal. Yeah, that ain't happening, baby. We ain't doing that. I'm not putting up with people fucking bitching at me. Trade and commerce play a key part. Okay. Historical Venice. Venice and Hanseatic League. Okay. Situation. Class dominance. One type of character plays an unusual role in the campaign. What do we call this? The Age of Warlords. You know, much like Xena. Xena was fun because it was the Age of Warlords. And remember, Xena used to run a warlord band before she quit. That's why Callisto hated her ass. Callisto had a valid bitch. Callisto's bitch was that Xena rolled up on her village and killed everyone but her. So, you know, she may have been a stone cold crazy bitch, but she was the best kind of foil for the protagonist. She was the protagonist's own fault. If the heroes oppose slavery, they may find themselves in opposition to an entire culture. Now, we're going to have two different kinds of slavery. Well, three. In not Rome, where a slave can buy themselves out, and slaves are arguably more protected by law than free people. Orcish not Rome will have brutal slavery. And the not Vikings will have the old thrall system. Exploration. Great tracts of the world. Now, we were going to bake psionics in, but to be honest, I think psionics are fun. I've never had a problem with psionics in my games. I mean, I've had them, as long as you control them. Now, there will be a lecture on DMing. There'll be several lectures. And the big one I'm going to say that goes against everything you're going to hear is a DM is obligated to say no to stupid shit. I want to befriend the mimic. No. Okay, mimics are intelligent. Most of them can speak. Lots of people don't know this. Actually, no, I think that meme went around telling everybody that mimics could speak. But, so yeah, it's... Okay, technically, no powerful empires have reunited the central culture of the campaign. We're going to say that even powerful empires kept fucking with each other. Okay, vulcanization. Alright, so far we've got a lot of stuff. Now move to worlds and planetology, which we did. Funny thing is, now we're ready to go back to our map. I know. It's weird. It's very weird, okay? But we're getting back there. And on that, next time we come together, which will be tomorrow on Thursday, we're going to go back to the maps. So, I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow's Thursday. We will go to the maps now that we have everything ready. And eventually, we will go back to forging Ironmark. Hopefully, everybody's had a good time with all of it. We're getting there. We're slowly but getting there. Good night, chat. And I hope everybody... Alien Dragons is the one that wrote. Okay. But, anyway, I will see everybody tomorrow. And it's good to see... It was good to see everybody in chat. So, everybody... have a good afternoon. And I hope that everybody enjoys themselves. So, take it easy.
Hush now, my darling, you're safe in your sleep. Moon on board and the latch held tight, cold in the corner, warm in the night. I lay the old signs by your cradle rail to turn every fear from you. When June unfastens the green hill gate, we run to the bramble and laugh too late. Blue hands stained by the sweetest stain, bare feet dashing through warm rain. We fill our pails by the hedgerow seam, red beets shining like a harvest dream. Mother calls from the linen line, come home before dusk time. But the tree says wait, and the reeds lean near. Every small brown face turns bright with cheer. Summer, there we go. Summer, take us home. Berries on our fingertips. There we go. Joy with every sugar kiss. Down by the water, linen nose flash, we plunge our heels and we